We straight up overloaded a Ford Expedition XL.
We had 1,600 pounds of man in an XL.
Yeah.
And it was squatting as if we were dragging.
I drove that thing for
15,000 pound
8
trailer.
hours. For 8 hours, drove that thing going.
16, you drove 16 hours.
That's true. I drove it 8 hours home too. Bitching about this thing
How terrible the
handles like
suspension
crap.
was.
The front end's floaty. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm hauling a trailer? And then we dropped everybody off at your house, unloaded all the luggage, and it was me and Trevor in the car by ourselves. And I was like, holy shit, we were hauling a trailer the whole weekend.
Look at all that meat.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Dirt Drive podcast. I am Trevor, and we have Tom
Yo.
and Tim
Hello.
and PJ.
What up?
And today we've got a really riveting episode. We're going to talk about some stuff
And
then
things.
some other really cool stuff.
Make some inappropriate jokes.
Stuff and things.
We're gonna talk about literally every piece of information that happened throughout this entire year
Yes, Happy New Year's, Merry Christmas,
In
Happy Hanukkah,
an hour.
Kwanzaa.
Insert the fast forward noises.
You're better at it. I now reverse.
Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. That's our 2022
Was
year
that
in
not the
review.
greatest episode
hell
ever?
yeah.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us on our socials.
Yeah, I'm looking at my calendar. I started off the year by working at the shop. I completely forgot that.
It's been a long year.
It's been a long year.
It's been a very long
It's
year.
been a long year, but it went by incredibly fast.
I'll be
we-
interested to
a
see
lot.
how many hours I turned at the shop this year.
About 5.
I'll let you know in a few weeks when
Well,
I run when I run the 1099s and W2s.
Yeah, I also have it on my phone. But
I think
forgot
it was
that.
5.
Yeah.
It was 5 hours.
No, it was definitely more than that earlier in the year because you got to remember PJ didn't join us till May.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That was
like
late
there was,
bloomer.
and then Brian's been out since last December.
Yeah, Brian had been
So-
out for 2 or 3 months when
yeah.
I started.
Right, and like so we started the year with Jason's car accident, which
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I
that
forgot
was-
about that
which
too.
he was out for a month.
Yeah.
Brian was not capable of lifting heavy things for that entire month.
Yeah.
And then Jason came back and Brian went out.
Because thankfully Jason wasn't out for
Damn.
nearly as long as he could have been with a
Right.
head-on collision.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at my calendar. I was at the shop 4 days a week.
Yeah.
For January, February.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
March.
I also had my round 2 with COVID
Yes.
in January.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn.
It's been a long year.
Yeah.
Like it's been a while since I've been like, yeah, bring on the next year.
Oh, please,
Good riddance, 2022.
I saw a couple great posts the other day where people were like, anyone who's going to post and say this is your year, just shut the fuck up. We're all going to be incredibly quiet,
Yeah.
and we're going to walk into next year
Yeah.
and not say anything,
Yep.
and maybe we'll make it out alive.
Yeah,
Yeah. Very, very mild goals.
Yep.
Don't set your goals too high. Keep it humble.
survive.
Survive. Just get through. My big goal for 2023 is to get out of debt. Get out of small debt. So like just credit cards.
Just so you can go right back into it,
Oh, hell yeah.
pay it all off, because start it all over.
Because there's nothing better than going, zero balance on my credit card. What really expensive thing
One
can I
dose.
now buy?
No, it's a reward. It's like a reward.
It's like a reward.
So you pay off
like a reward.
You pay off your credit cards and you buy something really fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
I'm
Well,
so
I
proud of
deserve
myself.
it.
I finally paid this balance down. Let me run it right back up to where it was 2.5 years ago.
Man,
like
that
you know
$3,000 lift kit sounds really good right now.
I don't need anything lifted, so I'm good. I guess my truck could use a lift. Fuck.
We are authorized airlift installers.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Airlift.
Yeah, shout out Airlift. Thank you, Joey, for coming by the other day.
Yeah, definitely getting a set of bags in my truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, my calendar doesn't have us. Oh, shop trailer. So working on the trailer. My calendar doesn't have us doing anything offered or as a group until my bachelor party in March.
Your bachelor party was not in March.
Asheville. Oh, that was Asheville with my family. Fuck.
I was gonna say your bachelor party was over
dogs.
the summer.
Yeah.
April for Big Dogs was our first.
I think
going out.
even that was just you.
Fuck.
Because the only wheeling trip I did this year was Maine Jambo in September.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, the shop was,
Fairly busy.
that's putting it lightly.
Light.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, it definitely blew by.
Yeah, this year was crazy. I was looking, and we did the long arms and Mackenzie's dad's Jeep.
Yep.
That was our. You became a Terraflex dealer with that deal.
Yeah, but I think that was the end of 21.
Oh, I guess that was just when I scheduled it.
Yeah. We've been. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We had some good projects.
What was your favorite project from the shop, or just in general? I guess.
I mean, it was kind of a rounding out the year, but the WK2
that was
Overland
cool.
build was
Yeah, that was a lot of
cool.
fun.
Instagram told me that post is performing better than 95% of our other posts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
So apparently everybody else also liked that job.
I mean, it makes sense. You don't
cool.
you
It's
don't
something
get to see a lot of stuff done
Yeah.
with the WK2s. So I think everyone who owns one and has always dreamed of like,
Yeah.
oh, what cool stuff when I do, and they see something like that where it's like the entire catalog
Yep.
of what you can do.
Yeah, yeah, and you order the whole thing and put it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it
Outside of
turned out
going
really
to the
well.
website for, what is it, Off-Road Animal?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah, that's
Off-Road
like the
Animal.
only place you can really see those pictures of
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
builds.
Yeah, and it's to, you always take it with a grain of salt when you see it on the company's website because it's like, of course you had to
Yeah.
build it. It's your product. But then
Right.
when you see it out in the wild, you're like, oh,
Most of
that
those
actually-
photos are from like Australia
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and the color on that one was really unique. You don't
Yeah.
see that like ice blue.
Yep.
I think they call it winter chill.
Something like that.
But it turned out really well. The off-road animal stuff is great. It all goes together really well. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
that was a fun one.
We didn't have a lot of like really fun
Like
projects.
ground changing. Yeah. Ground shaking, not ground changing.
We're kind of we're
Groundbreaking.
gearing up for some of them.
Words.
Like they'll come.
Yeah,
in
we
the
we
next
have
year.
some lined up.
Yeah.
that are like we have a CJ7 restoration that's gonna be really, it's gonna come together really nicely.
I think a lot of it with having people in and out and not having a
Yeah.
consistent schedule. Really
Yeah, this year
kinda-
did not start consistently at all.
Yeah, so-
We're getting a good stride going.
Yeah.
So 23 is gonna start out hot and
Got good guys at the shop. We're finally hitting our stride a little bit with this.
yeah.
So I think 23 will be our year. It will not.
I don't know.
23. It's going to be.
I mean, 22 was still overall a good year. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we talked about doing this shit for years and
Years,
years,
yeah.
and it was like back in 2019, we were like, okay, 2020, we're gonna start all this stuff, and of course, COVID hits, and you can't
well, it's just
do
pulling
anything.
the trigger is
and-
the hardest part.
Yeah. It's I think
Well, it always ended up being like there was one thing that happened where it was like shit. And then we'd just be like, all right, we're just going to finish this year out and we'll start the new year fresh and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then we were just like, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to start this in the middle of goddamn summer.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
yeah, I mean that's everything so far has pretty much been we've just got to stop talking about it and just do it.
Yeah.
And I think we've learned that to the point where 20, like, hate to be cliche about it, but 23 is going to be a good year. Like we have a good groundwork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shop's consistent. This is
Consistent.
rolling.
Yeah.
Like like we actually kind of have Jeeps built.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Like that was the other thing I think
just
early.
little shit.
Like we 21. We all had your Jeep was fine. I had scrap heap. His was still in limbo. It always will be in limbo because that's just
we
the
just gotta
natural
fix the
state.
brakes.
And the cross member.
And
then
the
it's
wiring
fine.
and the
What's wrong with the
window.
wiring?
It's a spaghetti mess.
Just under the dash. Everything's wired up. It runs and drives.
I understand that, but it also only needs 3 wires to run
Yep.
and drive.
Yep. The benefit of a small block.
Yeah. But like, it's like all that stuff
It's
is
a lot further along than it's ever been.
Oh yeah. It's all accumulating into all of us having nicely built rigs.
Yep.
Like having an actual plan.
Nicely built.
They are. I mean, they're
yeah,
fairly
you're-
built. I
You're,
mean,
you're buying into the stigma of needing expensive shit to do fun
No,
things.
we have well built. I wouldn't say they're nice. Like they're okay.
Those are synonyms.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
They're not
they're not the prettiest
they're
things
not
in the
$1 million
world.
rigs, but
Yeah.
They also don't need to be.
like we all have lockers now.
Yep.
We're all geared. We're all big tires.
You guys have lockers?
Yeah.
Yes.
PJ
do you not have
doesn't.
lockers?
No.
PJ, you do gears now. You can just put
I
your own
do.
lockers in.
I've done one.
Do one locker, one gear.
I did one locker.
Oh,
Was it a locker?
It was.
Technically?
It's a Detroit. Track's a locker. It's an automatic locker.
Yeah. You just put gears in your Jeep now. All you need is $1,000.
Well, I mean, I do need to do gears, but I'd rather replace my front axle first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, do
Yeah,
a.
need
That's the only reason I haven't done anything with my axles.
Need to find you one of
Is
those
it a low pinion?
Rubicon axles.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're a low pinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I've done so far
Garbage.
is replace the rear axle shafts because I bent one of them.
Get shafted. That'll happen.
I was driving. This was when I was working on Dulles Motor Cars. I was driving home or driving to work, and my
Oh, it wasn't even
coworker.
a fun wheeling trip.
I think that's when it happened though, and I just hadn't noticed. My coworker was behind me. Get into work. He walks up to me. He's like, "Hey man, do you know your wheels bent?" And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" And I later on that day, like lifted it up, took the wheel off, and I could see the rotor just going. Boo-goo, boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. Like, fuck. Yep.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah, we started out busy as shit.
Yeah.
Just I mean,
Yeah,
shop
like the first 6 months,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
January through June was a complete and utter shit show. To the point where it was like, oh my god, it's June already.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then like once we got into August, it was like, oh wait, I can catch my breath, get this together. I'm actually not that far off.
Yeah.
Like I honestly feel like starting the podcast, like it wasn't necessarily a motivation, but like
we need shit to talk about, so we got to work on our shit.
but even just talking about it, like physically like talking out loud about what needed to be done, I was like,
No, yeah, it's
I
not
could
that
do that on a
much.
Saturday in my garage with hand tools. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I have no reason not to do this, and I got it out by the early September.
And
like,
then it broke.
well,
Oh, it broke.
yeah, but it broke. I mean, it's what about Adam?
What's a drive shaft? Yeah.
I mean, went from 3-wheel drive to 1-wheel drive real quick.
Yeah, but it's not like it was like catastrophic, right? Like,
No, true. It could have been way worse.
Yeah.
But on my calendar, the official start of the podcast, our first recording session, which was in your living room, which
Oh, that
never
was
got
bad.
put out.
That was
We
so
said
bad.
we were going to
That
talk
was-
shit, and the first thing we do on mic is
Just
talk shit.
Yeah,
Was,
that SD card got burned, right?
oh no, I still got it.
no, it got burned.
It got
Timothy.
burned. I still got it. It got burned.
Is it here? Because I'll go throw it in the wood stove right now.
Don't you fucking touch my computer.
Whole thing right into the fucking wood stove. Ooh, go figure. Computers burn pretty good.
June
Got
June
BTUs.
3rd was the first day we ever
Was it
recorded.
really June?
June?
No shit. Why do I? Wow.
And we were
Well, that's the
and we were
first
passed
day.
out on the
That's
couch.
the first day on my
I
calendar.
was passed out
The
on
first
the
day on my
couch.
calendar was June 3rd, was the first day we recorded.
Had the microphone just resting on your chest.
Yeah, which it is because I just gotten back from the beach and I was talking about my beach trip and like the Outer Banks and shit. And I remember that
And
was
Tom was
completely
asleep on the
fucking
couch.
pointless. That may have been our first official episode.
No.
No, because that we did in the garage.
Yeah, the first official one we did in the garage.
Yeah.
Because we
Because we kept hearing the planes fly over. And we're
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
God damn it.
yeah, and then you guys did an episode on his like on the porch of his
Yeah.
shed
Yes.
garage thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Wow, we've already evolved this
We've
quite a bit in
evolved,
6
yeah.
months.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
for real.
finally realized, man, we should really have an indoor space that's away from
quiet.
things.
So we
It's
got
almost like
Because we attempted it at the shop, which would have been
Yeah.
awesome because
Yeah.
that wall is painted, it's decorated and all that. And then
yeah.
your
people
church
above us
upstairs.
decided
The
to
neighbors.
bump music. and
Yeah, we'll call it bumping music. I'm
Now-
pretty
now
sure
we
it's
have
just
the,
yelling into a microphone for an
Now
hour
we
and
have
a
the
half.
casting couch set up.
Yeah, yeah,
Dirt Nerds casting couch.
yeah.
Come be on our podcast.
Come be on our
Oh
podcast.
my god!
Okay.
I thought we were gonna do a whole episode.
Yep.
Nope, not today. That's it though. That's mine. That's my contribution.
Soiled it.
Soiled it.
Soiled the couch.
Basement's flooded.
Yeah. So
What else? We've covered our SEMA trip extensively, so everybody
Yeah.
knows about
yeah,
that.
hold on. Let's see.
Yep.
Overland Expo was a really good weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
4th of July, shop time at Tom's house. That's when Walshy came up.
And we did absolutely
did
absolutely
nothing.
nothing.
And no, that couldn't have been. Walsh was here earlier than that because we burned when Walsh was here. And that would have had to be April.
on accident.
We started a little early.
Why does it say? So what's shop time at Tom's house in July?
I think because initially we had planned for 4th of July.
I feel like,
And then
that
it was
ended
like
up
something
not
happened,
happening.
and it was like, ooh, but we should still like Walshy still wanted to come down, and so he
Or no, I know what that was. That wasn't shop time. That was when we cleaned out the basement.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
right.
that was when we mopped and did everything down here
That's right.
to
Yeah,
set
'cause
this up.
was a
That's
shit
right.
show.
Collected
Yeah.
all of your cobwebs with a spoon.
I mean,
Yes.
I've been in the house for 5 years, and it was the first time we had used the basement for anything other
Other
than
than storage.
walls.
No, other than fucking cleaning it out from being flooded.
Yeah.
Like we've never used the basement for anything.
Spider spoon.
Yeah, because we destroyed
Spider
the
spoon
other half of
does
the basement
whatever a
pretty
spider
early
spoon
on with
does.
you living here. We
Yeah.
tore all that down.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what that was.
That was a good day
May,
too.
June, July, 4th of July, doing that. Nothing in July. Then we had Big Dog Summer Slam, which I don't remember at all.
You went to. We didn't
No,
go.
yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't go.
Like at this point, like I've got to have a specific someone telling me like, oh yeah, that was this trip. Yeah,
I
I'm
think-
sure it was.
I think that was the one trip the Baltimore boys asked you to come out and guide them.
Yeah.
Maybe. yeah, that was fun.
Because
Yeah,
I think
because
that-
they kept asking you for mud, so you
Yeah.
you took
Oh,
them
when I
all
ruined,
the,
put them behind
Yeah.
Camp 4.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where I got the background photo for the podcast.
Yep.
yeah,
for
the XJ buried in mud.
the XJ Buried Mud, Bobby
Yeah.
Dines. I don't know if he ever sold that Jeep. I gotta find out if he sold that.
Yeah,
I feel like I need to meet the Baltimore boys.
You
They're
would- you
fucking
would
wild.
love
They're
so
they're
much fun.
they're a good group of guys.
Yeah.
That's a good
They're
group
lot
of
of
boys.
fun.
We're gonna die today.
We've heard
No,
their name
like
way
that-
too many times. and I-
that encompasses them as a whole. Yeah,
And then you stick both of our groups together, and it's just like, someone is legitimately gonna die.
going to take over the world.
What are we gonna do tonight, bud?
One mud hole at a time.
They told me they had a different name, and I completely forgot it. Your guys will always be the Baltimore boys. Matt Meat Tree works at his distillery though. Like he does something for a distillery up in Baltimore County.
Oh, okay.
So we gotta get up with him and go drink whiskey
yeah.
with Meat Tree. That sounds super fucking weird.
Are we going to do a Baltimore boys podcast?
Oh, that could
We'd have
be-
to choose like one or two of them.
No, we just
That
got to
would-
get a bigger soundboard.
That would,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
would be an utter shit show.
A 10
Yeah.
microphone soundboard.
The next soundboard is gonna be 8 mics.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
we just gotta send more checks.
Yeah, if you
get
guys
more checks in.
if you guys would like to help us with that,
Fundraisers.
go
2023 is gonna be. We do have legitimate big
Oh,
plans.
we've got
Yes.
big plans for 2023.
So like if you guys know of anybody that is looking to advertise in the off-road space, we are very open.
Yeah.
We would prefer smaller independent companies. We're trying to not be corporate sellouts, which
And
I
if-
know is really cliche, but
Yeah.
like the idea
well, there's a
is
small. What I found is the smaller companies are easier to work with too.
but it's also
they have less expectations.
it's
of-
also us, right? Like we've always been we want to be the family oriented
small hometown shop.
well not family friendly like
Just a small hometown shop.
yeah like we want to know your name, we want to be the relatable guys, like we're
Keep it
not
close to home.
yeah
yeah.
we're not here to throw
Well, we've also made a point that like if someone comes out with an offer to produce the show, that we're not going to sell like we're always going to be self-produced. Like I don't care who you are.
right well and that's
Like
yeah.
we're not going to do the whole sellout thing. And
Yeah.
But if you guys would like to personally help us and advertise on your bodies, you can
Oh,
always
yeah.
go to dirtnerdsofferroad.com
Yeah.
and there's t-shirts and stickers and hats
Keep-
and
We're getting tattoos?
yes that's part of the 23 plan.
that'll be a big goal. If we
And
ever
then-
if we have a fan get at that, we need a cool logo for a fan to get at that.
We have a cool logo.
we have a cool logo.
Okay, fair. The Dirt Nerds logo, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, check it out, dirtnerdsofferroad.com. It's got all the swag from
Keep
your
checking
favorite
back too.
nerds.
We'll be uploading new stuff.
Yeah,
throughout
we've
the
got a
year.
bunch of t-shirt and sticker designs that we're
Yeah, after our conversation with Angel, I thought he did his own work. So we'll have to use. Well, no, I thought he made his own art instead of using Fiverr for art.
Fiverr's great.
Yeah,
Fiverr is
we'll
great.
We'll have to get on Fiverr.
shout out Fiverr, send a
Yeah.
check.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I've seen Angel draw. I love you, Angel.
Yeah, well, I think
Future PJ Duck.
You're supposed to use the crayons for drawing, not eating.
He was in the Marines.
I think next year we'll have definitely more shirts and stuff out.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
Like-
Yeah, we got to have a little variety.
over the last
variety.
over the last few episodes, you guys have heard some of the shirt ideas we had.
They're so good.
They're so good.
we need to put
but
them
we
to
just
reality.
have no concept
Yeah.
of digital.
If any of our listeners are artists and want to help contribute in any way, we
Yeah.
are
Yeah,
willing-
always open to
Yeah.
collaborations.
yes, hell yeah.
yeah.
Where else?
Dude.
What else we got?
I feel like
As much as we did this year, it's hard to remember.
The second half of the year wasn't as packed full of stuff.
Yeah.
Mostly because the shop was really busy. And then obviously we had SEMA and like November as a month.
So one thing we didn't cover on the show was the bachelor party, which was a fucking shit show.
yeah,
That was so much
We
fun.
probably shouldn't cover that on the podcast.
In the best way though.
Yeah, it was a good time. There was no
I mean, it was-
no debauchery, no chaos.
There was
there was a little.
little
I
debauchery, but it
danced
was-
on a piano.
But it was again, it was
I forgot about
it was
that.
manageable.
I have that video.
It was,
brother-
it was manageable debauchery.
No,
like we
I
didn't
think-
do anything crazy. No one got arrested. Like
I think the best thing to come out of that trip was
the baseball game.
That too, but the Thick Boys Off Road was
Oh,
born
yeah.
that
Yeah,
trip because that was when we realized we're just a bunch of fat ass dudes,
And just big,
and
like
we
just
we,
big
we straight up
guys.
overloaded a Ford Expedition
We had
XL.
1,600 pounds
Yeah.
of man in
In
an XL, and it was squatting as if we were dragging.
I drove that thing for
15,000 pound
8
trailer.
hours. For 8 hours, drove that thing going.
16, you drove 16 hours.
That's true. I drove it 8 hours home too. Bitching about this thing
How terrible the
handles like
suspension
crap.
was.
The front end's floaty. I'm like, why do I feel like I'm hauling a trailer? And then we dropped everybody off at your house, unloaded all the luggage, and it was me and Trevor in the car by ourselves. And I was like, holy shit, we were hauling a trailer the whole weekend.
Look at all that meat.
Yo, that's,
a lot of
that's
man
literally
meat.
what it was. And like it definitely didn't help like how we loaded it. Like you and I, Trevor and I were in the front.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
you
then-
needed Quist in the front.
yeah, like, but can you imagine how bad it would have been if we
here's the
put
problem.
Quist and Horvath in the backpack?
But here's
where
the
you and your
problem.
brother were.
I don't know if Quist would have fit in that front seat.
Well, you had it all the way up to fit Quist behind
That's
you.
true.
Yeah.
So he could put it all the way back with you behind him. I get-
Only slightly more meat than we had in the Cherokee going to Vegas, because we had
No.
a lot of meat sticks.
no, we
We had a lot of meat sticks in the
Yeah.
Cherokee.
Yes.
we had
By volume.
We had more
Yes.
snacks going to Vegas
Yes,
than we
yeah,
did
true.
anything else. But I don't know. Like for me, it was we accomplished a lot that doesn't necessarily correlate to like specific events.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
it was a very filled out year.
Yeah.
but it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
so not necessarily the funnest stuff to talk
yeah.
about. And
The fun thing is, I think a lot of the work that we put in the last 6 months is going to pay off.
Yes.
early next
I
year.
hope
Yes.
so. Yeah, if not, then it's going to pay off at some point.
Yeah.
So we just got to
well,
keep
it's like,
cranking.
it's like you said. I think we've set a good foundation. I think starting off the way we did and just kind of jumping right into it and trying to figure it
Figuring
out
it, yeah.
along the way. And now we go into
Best way to learn.
a new year fresh, and we've got a good group of listeners who
Yeah.
tune in every week, and we've kind of figured out what our style is and all that. So now going forward, it's kind of like,
Yeah.
all right, cool.
Well, I think that we will have a change of format at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's
like we're in a good spot right now with the format of the show.
if,
I don't know if I would
if-
say change, but like,
it'll evolve.
yeah,
it'll
yeah. There's going to be an evolution. I think we've already evolved a lot.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Right. Like went from the three of us covering specific things that we planned out and talked about to now just
when
three,
you-
4 of us bullshit.
when you
for
run
an
out of
hour and a half.
specific things
Yeah.
to plan and talk about, you
Yeah.
got bullshit.
Well, and I think
which we're good at.
yeah, you look at anything, right? Like if you don't change a little bit over time, if you don't evolve over time, then it just gets stagnant, and people just go, "Yeah, it's just the same thing over and over again." And luckily, we're good enough at bullshitting our way through stuff
Yeah.
Yeah.
that people somehow are still interested in listening. But
Yeah.
you know.
Yes, keep listening. It's very good.
yes, yes.
I would say, yeah. I mean, highlight wise for me, I think my favorite was our SEMA week.
Yes.
Oh, that was
Like
fun.
the road, as good as the road trip was, like the road trip is definitely in my top 3.
Yes.
But this year at SEMA was great from a business standpoint.
Yeah.
And that's going to bring some really cool stuff next year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we've kind of hinted about it in the past.
yeah.
But we're hoping to put together something really cool.
Yeah,
Well, I think
we got some really good ideas, and
Yeah.
like I said, we actually have the ability to follow through on some of them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
well, and
yeah.
I think the biggest thing for that was you can talk to people on the phone all day, every day.
yeah, it's always the
and-
face to face thing.
Yeah, the face-to-face thing at SEMA was definitely amazing. Getting to re-meet some people that we had met previously and told them we were going to meet up at SEMA again, and that was really good.
Yep.
But yeah, it was the road trip was
Road trip was fun.
fantastic.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Seeing the Grand Canyon for the first time.
Yeah,
Was that your first time seeing the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
yep,
This is mine too.
mine too.
Wild.
Yeah,
That's cool.
like I obviously
it
we'd
felt so-
flown out there and you could see it at certain
Yeah.
points depending on where you're flying, but
When you're standing in the
yeah,
Grand Canyon, it's
Yeah.
different.
It's something complete. And
Well,
you
the
know,
way- the way
Elliot
we
always
saw
talks
it-
about like, oh, it's crap. It's just a hole in the ground. It's like I think you have to be a certain kind of person to appreciate
Yeah.
landscape like that.
The way we saw it was so casual too, because it's
Yeah.
like, hey, Tom fucked up his schedule.
We just
Math
happened to
is
dr-
hard.
We just happened to drive through the Grand Canyon, you know.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a detour.
Well, and I think we got the benefit of it being kind of the off season.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we were able to do
Well, we
it
also
casually, and we didn't have to be like, okay, we got to be there at 6 o'clock.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
morning.
yeah.
We also came in the South Rim, right?
We came in the back door. Yeah.
Yeah, east.
You can come in the back door.
East rim. I don't think it's north and south. I think it's east and west.
Yeah, it's east and west.
East Rim.
Yeah.
You guys
That's where we passed by Dahmer's Jerky Shack.
Yep.
gave it a good old rim job. By Dahmer's Jerky.
Yeah,
Went all the way around the rim.
We went through the small portion of the Grand Canyon, and Tom didn't like us not stopping.
Tom wouldn't let us get out of the car.
Tom was an angry
We're not
dad.
even here
We're-
yet.
They were like,
What
are
do
we
you want?
Are we even in the Grand
Fine,
Canyon?
fine, get back
all
in the car.
All the doors are still open. He just throws it in drive and starts pulling away. We're all like, oh, shit. Oh, God. I was
kidding.
Fine, you guys don't want to get out? We're just going to keep fucking driving.
You know what it was? The coffee from Wendy's was not strong enough.
You went into full-blown just fucking
Chevy
dad
Chase
road
mode.
trip mode. And we're just like,
I mean,
fine, you guys don't want to
We
appreciate
were
where I
on
stop?
hour
Fuck you
30.
guys.
We were on hour 30 of driving. So.
What was your guy's name? Cheechauer?
Cheechauer.
Cheechauer. I wonder if he's still alive.
Probably. I definitely want to make him a little tiny cartoon.
Okay.
What, the guy that at Wendy's
Yeah.
was like, I got French
I've-
toast sticks.
I'm thinking about asking an artist to actually draw him up.
Because we got a 2 Del Tacos just trying to get breakfast.
We should have
tacos.
taken a picture with that guy.
I know.
He's standing there. We couldn't figure out if the Wendy's was open because the door was locked.
I got French toast sticks.
And they're
Cinnamon
open.
toast
What? I got French toast. Oh, okay.
I guess we'll go to the drive-thru and
Thanks.
see how this goes. Oh man, I don't know.
Oktoberfest. Oktoberfest was wild.
Yeah.
Oktoberfest was good. Yeah.
It's a little busy.
Who the hell is this guy?
Who's this guy?
Wait, did I miss that?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, PJ's mom, as most people have probably figured out at this point, PJ likes to do a lot of voices.
So does
and
PJ's mom.
I'm very, very
so
good
does,
at them.
well, both of his parents. And
That's where he gets it
That's
from.
where he gets it from. And our friend AK, for all those who have met him, obviously he's from India. He's got
Yes.
a very distinct accent. And we were at Oktoberfest and met PJ and Lauren over at the stage where his parents were. And AK walks up and we're all talking. And PJ's mom just turns around completely drunk and just, who the fuck is this guy?
Good times. Good
I
times.
wasn't subtle about it at all.
No,
that was the
like
best
not
part.
at all. So
She
now,
was
of
drunk.
course, every time AK walks in the shop, we
That's
have to
their
repeat
bit,
it.
yeah.
'cause
It's this
great.
guy. I am that guy.
And that guy.
Also, when she started dancing to the one song, and your dad goes, "She doesn't even know this song," and she turns around, not 5 seconds later, still dancing, going, "I don't even know this song," and your
Yep.
dad's just like, "Yep, told you,"
Sorry,
That's
Mrs.
my mama.
Pratt.
Yeah, it was after we left because we all piled.
because
It's something.
Tom was there, and
Yeah.
you know, all the girls were
I
there.
can't remember how we got back to the car. Oh, we took the bus back to the
Yeah,
car.
the bus back to the car.
And then to get back to Tom's house, we had 7 people
In a TJ.
Nice.
Oh,
Good
that thing was
times.
not happy.
Talk about trunking it.
in a
Yeah.
TJ with death wobble because we
Nice.
still hadn't fixed the track bar bolt at that time.
It's all right. It's a 4-liter. It's
wild.
got all that low end torque.
I was sitting in the back. Mackenzie was on my lap. My sister was on Mackenzie's lap. Her 2 sisters were next to her. Sarah and Nick were in the front seat.
Tom almost bought a plane that day.
Tom was bought a plane that day.
I did almost buy a plane that day. Then I remembered I don't have any money.
You do have an airport next to your house.
I do
though.
have an airport next to
Yeah.
my house.
That guy was a very good salesman.
Yeah, yeah. He started trailing off at the end on the sales part, but he started out smart,
Real strong.
Because you made the comment, he's like, that guy owns a Jeep shop, and the guy goes, "Oh, you're self-employed. You have money." And I was like, "No, I don't."
No,
And he
that's
goes,
not how that works.
"Have a seat in my plane." And I was like, "Okay."
I'm self-employed, not an entrepreneur.
Can I step on the wing? Am I too big for this plane?
Well, but that was the thing. Was like when you look at the plane, you're like, God, how do you fit in that? And then you actually get in. They're actually really. It was quite spacious.
Saw some cool cars there too, because that
Yeah.
was the cars and plane. Or,
Yeah,
Oh,
the
one of
wheels
the
and
tanks,
wings.
one of the
Wheels
tanks
and
is for
wings.
sale. One of
What?
the tanks that was there is for sale for $45,000. I sent it to Petrie and Buddy today.
Oh, it is for sale.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like currently, I was like, I don't remember it being for sale when we were there.
No,
Always remember, war breaks out. We
hold
build
on,
tanks for the
hold
highest
on,
bidder.
Stop, stop. You sent a functional tank to Petrie and Buddy.
Yes.
That was the worst mistake you could have
boy.
possibly made. World War III will definitely now break out.
They're just waiting for it.
Neither of them responded, so
That's probably
no.
because they're on the way to buying it.
no. Petrie laughing reacted.
Oh, good. Buddy is currently robbing a bank, so he can afford it.
Yeah, fair.
I need it.
Yeah, it was cool. I forgot about the wings and
Wheels and wings.
Wheels and
yeah.
wings. That was cool.
I was
Yeah,
very
that's-
disappointed because I thought they were talking about chicken wings.
there's no chicken wings at the whole event.
I walked up and I'm like, they really missed an opportunity here.
It's an air show.
Yeah, it's like they really missed an opportunity. There are no chicken wings here.
It's themed
It
around
was bullshit.
Oktoberfest. They don't have buffalo wings, and well, I mean, I'm sure they have buffalo
Is this
wings.
an air show? No, this is Patrick.
It was Oktoberfest. They had
And then the shit show of Oktoberfest because
That
they
was-
couldn't
yeah.
get their shit together.
totally.
Yeah.
This is like not at all Jeep related.
That's fine. It's just a year.
It's a year in
did-
review.
I know, but we did a lot of fun stuff off road and Jeep related that
You're right. We drove the Jeep to Oktoberfest.
we didn't. We piled in the back of your truck and it got on a
Tom drove the Jeep to Oktoberfest.
Like I was saying from earlier, though, like we have to have like a detailed list of what we did off-roading, but because all the trips merged together for me.
Well, so we had our overlanding trip with Terra Overland. That was
fun.
good.
that was a good one.
I mean, we saw the rise and fall of the Bronco over 3 months.
Yeah.
All the Bronco people that bought Broncos and were like, they're so great, and then they all broke, and they went, I'm gonna buy a trail rig now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly because they were just like, I'm sick of breaking this thing.
Yeah.
I need a sturdier vehicle. And it's like,
We went
yeah.
wheeling with PJ for the first time. We went wheeling with PJ twice.
Yeah.
What was the?
I hadn't been wheeling in like
We did
day
we did
trip.
the trip with Travis and his buddies.
Yeah,
PJ
yeah.
and I did the entire first day in 2-wheel drive.
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a fun trip.
And at one
They-
point,
they
I
went
slapped
to,
his hand because he went to
Yeah,
go.
we introduced Travis to
Yeah.
real off roading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tried to put
And
in
he's
his
hooked now.
Yeah.
He messages the group chat like almost
much.
weekly, like, "Hey, let's go on a wheeling trip.
almost
hey, Let's go on a
It must be nice to work a Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job.
Well,
That was
the
wonderful.
best part is half the time when you invite him to stuff, he's just like, "Oh no, I got stuff going." I'm like, "Then how are you going to go on a wheeling trip this weekend? You just asked us to go wheeling, and we said, hey, come have beers with us on Saturday." You're like, "Oh no, I got plans."
It's got to be
When are you
during the
gonna
week.
wheel?
Yeah.
He's too busy fixing his kid's Honda.
Ugh.
The next that's a nice Honda though. He
It's-
posted a
it's-
picture of it. It looked
No,
like a.
no.
It's not.
no,
It
it's-
was,
it's a-
I've seen more pictures of
It's
it.
a
It's not that clean.
16-year-old's project car.
Yeah, it's a project.
That's fine. I'd love that project.
gotta start somewhere.
That's literally the opposite of nice.
It's okay. He'll get into wheeling eventually.
What? Hey, no phones.
I know.
Tim, no phones. Tim,
Turn it off.
Set a reminder for myself.
We're professionals.
Professionals.
Did you put that pizza in the oven?
Yeah, my wife's watching.
Oh, okay.
And then the next wheeling trip,
Thank you, Gary.
PJ cut off his finger.
Yep,
I didn't cut it off.
almost.
Almost.
no, but he made a new girlfriend, Angelina
Tis
Jolie.
but a flesh
With his
wound.
axe wound.
Yeah, with his axe wound.
a nice Axeman boy.
What else? What other good injuries we
His
have?
knuckle's still pretty fat from
Brian's.
it too.
Dude, the scar tissue is horrible.
Yeah. You hacked open your
at that.
hand.
That's
at that.
thick.
Yeah. What other good injuries do we have? I got COVID.
It's not an injury.
Brian's had an ongoing ailment.
Brian turns his head the wrong way and he injures himself.
Have we had it? Yeah,
don't
we
know
didn't
if we've
really.
had
We had,
any-
we had a relatively safe year.
Yeah.
Probably because we didn't do any four wheeling.
I mean, but even if you look back, like we've never really had really any serious injuries.
It's just PJ.
The worst before PJ was, Tom got cold one night. Like,
Well, that was also self-inflicted.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, I guess we had. We
I think
really
the
never
wor-
had
the-
any wheeling
We're
injuries.
pretty safe.
the
safe
worst
group of
was
guys.
I got pneumonia
You did get
that one
pneumonia
year,
that one trip, yeah.
but
Yeah.
not really an injury. It was just it had rained for fucking 4 days straight.
What else? What cool new products have we come across?
Skinny
this
guy
year?
campers.
Skinny
Yeah,
guy
Skinny Guy
campers.
campers. Shout out Skinny Guy.
Yeah,
They- like
that's-
that for me is probably the number one like new
Yeah.
product
Yeah.
that we've come across that's like this will actually revolutionize like the camper industry.
Oh,
like
100%,
this thing
yeah.
is wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're looking forward to
Working
hopefully
with them.
working with them in the future.
No, we are.
Oh, we are?
Yeah,
Yeah.
paperwork's in process.
Nice.
But yeah, that one for me was like, holy crap, this is a truly new product. Whereas everything else, like there were some cool like reimaginings of some things. Like
Yep.
obviously the campers evolve or the rooftop tents evolve over time, but
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like the bumpers and all that, I mean that stuff stayed relatively the same.
Yeah, nothing.
Off-road animal.
Off-road animal was cool.
I'd never heard of them before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had used them before.
Yeah.
That wasn't necessarily new for us, but
Still,
it can be
still
new
a
for
solid
you.
product. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm
got
kind of surprised you've never heard of them before.
No.
I-
They're Australian.
honestly,
Razorback.
Razorback, yeah.
The Razorback seat covers.
Yeah, I reached out to them.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I'm still waiting for them to get
I'm
back
stoked
to
for
me.
that. That
Yeah.
guy was super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot
those
his-
were really cool.
I forgot his name though, so I need a name. I need to figure out. His
I think I
name
have
so
a
can-
business card somewhere.
Yeah, so I can name drop him. No, I've got his business. The business card he had was generic because he left his business cards in Australia.
Oh,
So there's
Whoops.
no name on his business card,
whoops.
or it was someone else's name.
Oh, okay.
But they were
Good to know.
they were really cool. A
Yeah,
good
yeah.
group of dudes and
What was the booth at SEMA where they had the craps table and they were giving stuff away when you?
Oh, that was the bedliner.
yes.
Oh, bullet liner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
that did the
Yeah.
frame.
Yeah,
Or the tub.
every year there's a new bedliner company.
Well,
Like-
Bullets who did the bottom of the
right? Yeah, the
tub.
CJ. Yeah. But like last year we met Scorpion.
Scorpion.
They weren't there this year, so
Yeah.
who knows where they went. Although I have seen more companies using bullet liner.
Yes.
Like that. Like they are actually catching on. Which
It was
is
good to
cool.
see Go Rhino.
Yep.
yeah,
like-
they were cool.
Yeah, they make
Yeah, I
it
like
good.
their
But yeah, I mean, as far as
Good budget product.
as far as like revolutionary products, I don't know if
Yeah.
there was
Oh.
a ton.
I know what happened in 22 that we need to review.
What's that?
The death of Dirt Every Day on the
Oh,
sad
yeah.
note.
Oh yeah,
that happened.
Yeah.
I think
Sad
I had
times.
blanked that from my memory because it's just like
Yeah.
because we met them at SEMA and it's definitely still a very sore
But yeah, that was
topic.
that was definitely a low light of 22.
Yes,
Yeah, I
and yeah, it's definitely not happy about it for sure. Like that's still a touchy one for
Yeah.
those guys. And
yeah, but from that they both have very successful YouTube channels.
Yep.
yeah,
And it's also gotten
Oh.
me more into
It's-
YouTube, so I'm enjoying
yeah.
yeah, it's not
YouTube
that
wheeling more.
they're not. It's not that they're not going to land on their feet and be
No.
fine. I mean, they're big enough names at this point, but it's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
like that was one thing that almost the entire off-road community like
Rallied around.
around and went, "What is going on? Like
Well,
this is
it's
crap."
just the continued corporatization of off-roading. It's
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
trying to dip their feet into it, and I guess Motor Trend didn't see the need for it.
Was that the only off-road show that Motor Trend had?
Well, they have four-wheeler with Ian
Yeah, with
Johnson.
Ian Johnson.
Yeah.
But the
But
cool thing
from
about
like an
four-wheeler-
We also met
aspect
at
of
SEMA.
like
no, they
off-road
don't.
adventures.
They license four-wheeler. Ian Johnson produces that and sells it to them.
Sure, but four-wheeler's a Motor Trend brand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm talking like from like an adventure.
Yeah.
yes, yeah,
Well, so four-wheelers started to do some.
Yeah, they do like
Wheeling.
little tiny like snippets of their wheeling.
Yeah,
trips,
no, but as far as like a roadkill style show, yeah,
that was like
Dirt
the
Every Day
only
was it,
off-road
yeah.
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah. But
Yeah, and I mean, I get it, but I think being in the market before it got so inflated,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
it's a shame to see I don't want to say legitimate because it's not that the other guys aren't doing legitimate off-roading, but like just like some of that original off-roading stuff, like the whole concept of Dirt Every Day was the snippet in the magazine where
Yeah.
Yeah.
Payway drove on dirt every day, like
Yeah.
like that whole concept, like that's such an embodiment of what off-roading is. It's so much more than overlanding and loading as much crap in your Forerunner as you can and going camping
Yeah.
or hucking a cheap Jeep off of a ledge or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's so much more to it.
You might be able to correct me on this, but I think the Dirt Everyday show probably started that whole YouTube aspect of people going on.
Well, yeah,
fun
they started in
adventures.
2009.
Oh, it started on YouTube, just like
Yeah.
Roadkill and
Yeah.
all the Motor
But
Trend
they,
stuff.
they were like
yeah.
the first ones to really start doing
Yeah.
off-road filming with
Yeah.
like that fun.
Yep.
Let's do dumb shit
Yeah.
on the trails.
Yeah, some of like the early cheap truck challenges
Yeah.
and stuff that they did. Yeah.
yeah.
because everything was in the magazine or
Yep.
somewhere on the internet,
Yeah.
just like on their websites.
Yeah, but as soon as the corporate stuff got in, then all the YouTube guys got
Yeah.
sponsored, and now they're all driving brand new rigs every year with brand new parts and $30,000
But I
trailers.
I'm also pro the YouTube side.
and, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's because that's supporting the individual opposed to
Yeah, you're
Correct.
supporting the
the
creator.
company. Yeah.
Right, but I think I think the independent YouTube side grew so much that there was so much competition.
Yeah.
That like
They weren't seeing the turnaround.
right. The corporate side's going, meh. If we let the funny drift boys do an off-road build every so often, that'll keep our market happy.
Yeah.
But they've just ignored the whole side of people who are watching both, like us.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the appeal they had was they would literally off-road anything, right? Like they had the mini bikes, they had the 1-ton axle swap
I
RV
think,
camper, like
The Rad 4.
that was the cool stuff where people look at that and they go, yeah, that's fun. Like it's not just another Jeep getting axles swapped or different drivetrain and then going wheeling. Like
Yeah.
they would just drive anything. They'd be like, will it make it off road? We don't know. Come with us and find
Off
out.
road or underwater.
Yeah.
Mover landing.
No, we got to do that.
Yeah, that's that. It's not on my top priorities of 23, but I think if we can manage to do an actual mover landing trip,
Yeah, that'd be good.
It's so fun.
yeah,
Just take them to the cove, load them all on one trailer, take them to the cove.
one trailer, just put in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Just
Can you imagine
stack
the
'em.
look on the brothers' faces when we all roll in with trailers with lawnmowers on them? And then they're like, "What? What are you guys doing?"
We're mover landing.
Going over, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna help you guys do some maintenance.
Yeah.
That's why I left that's why I left the belly mower on.
Yeah, because
Clear those rocks.
that 42-inch deck is really gonna cut right through the boulder.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really help improve your line.
Just mow it down.
What else?
Yeah.
What else we get into
Trying to
this
think.
year? We hired PJ.
We did, yeah. That you know what? That's a highlight.
That's the highlight.
That is definitely a highlight.
And then it went downhill real quick.
Yeah.
But definitely a highlight.
after chasing him for
3 years.
2-3 years,
2
we finally
years.
hired PJ.
Because he worked at Ferrari.
PJ hired himself, really.
Yeah, you really
Yeah.
did.
Hey, I got fired. Are you still hiring? Just move your
Yeah.
toolbox in tomorrow. Okay.
much.
That was
Hey,
pretty
it
much the
worked
whole
out.
conversation.
Yeah.
The fun part was seeing
now
the
you have a
stress on
beard.
his face the day you were coming to drop your toolbox off.
And I
'cause-
hadn't heard
'cause
from you.
he was like, I was like, hey, what time's PJ supposed to show up? And he was like, oh, well,
An hour
he
ago.
was supposed to be here an hour ago, and I haven't heard from him. I don't even.
I'm
Maybe
like,
he
oh,
found
no,
a
he
new
went back
job
to
or
Ferrari.
something. Like, oh god.
Just waiting on Jake.
And then literally 10 minutes later, here you come rolling into the parking lot, and I'm like. Is that PJ? It's got a toolbox on a trailer. I'm assuming it's PJ.
Yeah.
And now you got a beard and not just a mustache that's actually trimmed.
Yeah.
Are you not running the fire department anymore?
No, I'm on medical right now.
Oh, for your finger?
Yeah.
Got it.
For his axe wound.
And I genuinely need to see a doctor, make sure it's okay before I go into another
yeah.
burning building.
So you only need 9
That
fingers
kind of
in a
fell
burning
apart
building.
for. Not really. The fire department kind of fell apart this year for us a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm back. I don't necessarily foresee myself not sticking with it at least for a little bit and see where things go. The winter always gets tough for me with the plow gig.
Yeah.
Because can't control when it snows. Like, ironically enough, they're calling for maybe more snow and ice on a Wednesday night.
Oh,
So
nice.
I
it's
have to
like-
probably figure that one out here in the next day or two. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where like I enjoy it enough that I can ignore the bullshit to an extent.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like I've been doing it long enough. Like, there's always, no matter where you go, there's
always bullshit.
There's always drama and bullshit. And
Yeah, I've made the full transition to the new department that I'm volunteering with, and I'm enjoying it so much more than I
Yeah.
enjoyed Loudon County. It's so,
Yeah, I mean-
much nicer to be small time and
yeah, the bigger, the busier it is, the harder it is to do.
well, and the egos are
Yeah.
there. The bigger it is too, because everyone's trying to be the biggest dick in the
Yeah.
fucking apparatus bay.
Not everyone has a high horse.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's I still riding a fire truck and going wee woo and running red lights always outweighs the bullshit.
Oh yeah,
Like, I could be having a terrible shift and then the tones drop and it's like,
Yay!
yeah, that's why I'm here again.
yeah.
I sent you the one with the bagpipe.
Yeah, it was good. I saw that this morning. What was? God, this is a good one.
I opened it up this morning before I got out of bed, and Lauren's beside me. She's like, "What are you giggling at?" I'm like, nothing. I'll send it to you. It's funny. Fireman sliding down the pole.
Dude drops down in a kilt.
As a bagpipe.
And he's like getting on the fire truck as he's playing.
That's awesome.
Such a great video.
He's
Oh, it's like a British fire truck.
Yeah, it's definitely overseas.
That's what they sound like in Europe, too.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
That's
Good
awesome.
old classic Hilo. Ooh.
Is that Tacoma?
No. It's a YJ.
Which one?
Garbage.
I think it's a YJ. It's Black Goat Off Road. Shout out.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up, Blackout.
Somebody at the Cove. It's an LS. Maybe TJ? It's got air shocks and long arms, so it's really hard to tell.
see what else happened this year.
Yeah, I don't know. PJ. I mean, really, SEMA. SEMA was really the highlight.
Yeah.
Overall Expo. And, yeah.
Well, that was kind of the cherry on top of the year because after that it was holidays and obviously we've got
Yeah, we got
at the time of this recording we've got Christmas coming up
don't
next
know
weekend and
which one's this? 22 year in review. This is coming out the 27th. So shout out. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah.
I do think like it was definitely one of those years where like
Oh no, this one's coming out in the new year. So this will be January 3rd.
all right.
Tales from Future Past.
Yes, live from future past.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's been one of those years where like it feel like talking about it, it's almost like nothing happened, but so much has happened.
Yeah.
That
Well, the nice thing
it's
is
all
like,
set. It's all set up
Yeah.
stuff.
like I said this when we were leaving the speakeasy. Like sometimes we're recording for content, other times we're recording memories.
yeah,
We've recorded 6 months. Which is
crazy.
This will be 7 months of memories as of this episode. So like we can't think of much, but like if we go back through and like look through the episodes list and
yeah. There's
see what
definitely
we've
gonna be
done.
like 10-minute ramblings about something fun that happened that we can't remember specifics on.
Yeah.
Cue the A Year in Remembrance music.
Oh,
yeah.
Little Sarah McLaughlin.
In the eyes.
what vehicles did we lose this year?
Scrap heap.
Was that a 22?
That was 22.
Death.
That was
I hold on. I have the picture and the video of it being loaded on the flatbed, so that'll have a date. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
I feel like that was this year. Other than
Don't
that,
think it was because I killed it. I killed it at the end of 21 in like September, October, and I didn't wait very long to get rid of it.
Yeah, I think that was the end of last year.
I think that's officially a 21 death. Cool. Anybody else's? Did we lose any? We didn't really lose any other vehicles.
We didn't lose any vehicles. Our friend group is the same. It's been an overall like a good year. When you can say that, it's been a good year.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Alex and Erica lost theirs.
Oh yeah, Erica parked her Jeep in a ditch.
Yeah. Her
He got a new
WK2.
truck out of it, so
Yeah.
ain't
I
nothing
had-
wrong with that.
I got the call and I was able to come back home, grab my truck, and as that redneck that lives on the side of the mountain was just like literally throwing shit under her Jeep to try and get it out from the ditch. And I'm like, hey buddy, stop. I've got my Duramax.
November 20th, 2021.
Yep.
Okay.
It got loaded on the flatbed.
So yeah, I pulled up, hooked the tow strap up to her Jeep. pulled
Alex's
it out.
dad lost his this year.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
shout out Steve Messina for coming and taking that away from
was it
us.
gone?
you know
Yeah.
what we had. That's a big 22 moment.
Oh yeah.
Your Jeep running?
The
Yeah.
official first firing of the Comanche.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
such a-
August 17th.
Such a beautiful sound.
Yeah.
Something about a V8 with open headers.
And technically two big moments because not only was that the first like official run, it now drives under its own
Right.
power.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah, you got a twofer out of that.
yeah, I did.
I guess I had the
YJ.
Oh, I know the big vehicle death. Darwin's first Jeep,
Oh
yeah.
that's right.
which got
yeah, he
replaced
got-
with the Rubicon, so he came out on top.
He
thankfully.
got love tapped from behind by an 18-wheeler.
That's one way to put it. We can cut the. I have a good walk around video of it.
Yeah.
that turned that JL into
Yeah,
a pretzel.
Send me that
and
video.
and we were fortunate enough that the they kind of gave us the go ahead to tear everything off of that
Yeah,
thing.
we were
that
able to salvage.
that we were able to salvage
most of his
and-
aftermarket
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah, so that was good, but it definitely folded his frame. That was a
Oh, that was
that
some
was
of
a
the
pretty
worst frame
serious
damage I had
one.
Seen, yeah.
See if I get any good pictures.
But yeah, I don't think outside of those we had any true like vehicle losses. You put the
Yeah.
YJ together and then promptly broke it, but it wasn't a loss.
Again, I think the official first start of that was last summer, and then the computer
Well, yeah, but I just
issues.
mean like you finally got it together this year.
Yeah.
and it was finally running.
breaking the
and-
drive shaft was not. It's not a death thing.
No, but that's what I said. It's like
Like if
you
I
just,
could pick a part to break,
you went on a
weekly
shakedown,
basis,
and
yeah.
as happens on most shakedowns,
it was a very successful.
Yes.
like
I mean, I guess we're glazing over something important. I got married this year. That's a pretty big thing to happen.
Oh, that
Right,
was,
so
that was,
back to
that was
breaking my drive shaft.
So, well, no, so that's officially a death. So that happened.
yeah, the death,
Thanks.
the death of a bachelor. I think it's
It's nice knowing you, Tim.
yeah.
It's fine.
This will be Tim's last episode.
No, not quite.
That's all right. No,
Look, if the
he'll-
forklift
he'll-
didn't do it, I think he's okay.
He'll learn to be perpetually in trouble with his wife like the rest of us.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, did I not tell you about that? Oh,
Oh, like me.
well, I'm already here. So
Me in the
Yep.
future past the day of our recording at the speakeasy. Oh shit, that's tonight.
oh,
Yeah.
Hey, I won't be home for dinner.
You know how much I love you.
I know you're
Can't say
making.
enough.
I know you're making breakfast for dinner because it's my favorite, but I'm not gonna be there. I'm sorry.
That made me aware.
that was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's what I missed on Friday. I'm still bummed out about it.
It's okay. I'm missing.
Man, it's almost like breakfast for dinner is one of the easiest things you can ever
It's not
do.
the point, Trevor.
It's just delicious.
I'm missing out at brunch at my parents' house.
right
Oh,
now.
man.
Yep.
That's
Is
like
your
5
wife-
minutes away. Let's
Apparently, they made penis drinks.
Ooh, is your wife there?
Why do they make penis drinks?
It's like 2 olives and then a pickle.
So, were they making
like a
dirty
big-
martinis?
Hold on, I'll show you a picture.
Is that like a Bloody Mary with?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, how are we? Are we running out of 22
penis
things to
drink.
discuss? Because we can
It's
go
a
eat
penis
lunch
drink.
now.
I mean, I think,
Oh,
yeah. I
call this
mean,
one.
Nice.
I think as
Classy.
far as like specific things, I'm sure there's other things that
I don't
happen.
know.
but
I feel like we hit the majority of
yeah,
it.
we
Like,
hit the big ones. I mean, we had a lot of positive things for our personal projects happen, so that was good.
A lot of positive things in our personal life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is
Overall, really
taken off
really good. Yeah.
really well. We got a lot of feedback about that at SEMA and how
We've-
we're
yeah.
doing a lot of good things. So
We've built a really good base.
Yes.
And like I think again, I hate being cliche about it, but I think 23 is going to be a really
Well, and
really
I-
fun year.
I think everything that happened this
Decent.
year helped us develop a good vision for what we want, not just with this, but
Yeah.
like with the shop and everything like that. So I think we've got a solid plan in place
Yeah.
for where we want things to go
Definitely.
and how we want to execute that. So
yeah.
overall, a solid year.
Yeah.
As many weird ups and downs as there were, it's
Yep.
I think we came out on top
Yeah,
for the
definitely.
most part.
See, Tim?
That's
that?
that's a ring.
Yeah, the groove ring you were talking about.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
wearing. Oh, I'm not wearing mine right now.
Oh yeah, shout out Groove Ring. Yeah,
Send the check.
Send the check,
Send
and,
the check.
and maybe
Enzo.
some rings.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, yeah, we're all
not
married.
quite yet. They turned us down.
Oh well.
We need to get our Instagram. They said we need our Instagram needs to be at 3,000.
Never mind. I
followers.
retract my previous
TikTok
statement.
needs to be at 10,000.
Yeah.
TikTok's at 20,000. So what?
Yeah,
What
we'll-
are you talking about?
We'll get there.
This
Oh, yeah,
was
put it
Lauren's
in- put it in
attempt
for
at
the
getting
shop
a thin red line ring for me,
Nice.
except it's on the inside.
Oh,
But
just
whatever.
flip it over. Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Yeah,
overall
it's-
a solid year. And
Yeah, we thank you to everybody that has
Yeah,
listened
listen
and
for-
contributed,
yes,
frequented the shop, whatever.
32 episodes strong
yeah,
now.
we're
Yeah. God, 32. That's-
it's crazy.
a lot.
It's crazy that there are people that want to hear us talk every week, which is like I figured we'd like taper off at some point. And we have not tapered off, which is just wild to
Well,
me.
we keep growing.
Yeah,
Well, and it's
And we also have people reaching out. Like I've got a bunch of people that reach out that want to be on the show.
Right.
And I'm like,
yeah. We got 23 is gonna have some cool, fun interviews.
Yes.
And, I mean, we've had we ended this year with cool interviews.
Yes.
Getting Angel here, that was
a lot of fun.
that was a lot of fun.
I think we'll probably see more of Angel.
That's going to be a developing relationship. And
Yeah.
we're going to
Yeah.
wheel in and hang out and more podcasts and
Yeah.
talking shit and having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Having him and Lamb Chop on a podcast would be.
That'd be a fucking.
we need a larger
Phenomenal.
soundboard.
That'd be a train wreck.
Maybe
might
that's
need
how,
two
maybe that's
mics
how
for
we'll break
Lamb
in
Chop.
the studio. Like if we can get an 8-channel board and like hardwire up our studio for 23 with that,
Yeah,
that'd be a
that'd be
good one to
good.
break it in
That'd be
on. Get the
good.
kegerator flowing.
Hell yeah.
Just do it. Like start that one at 10 p.m. We'll get Angel a couple Four Locos.
I was
Still mind
serious.
blowing that they still make those.
Yeah,
I was
know.
serious about getting some on my way here, just for Angel.
That would have been a much longer episode.
Oh my god. Yeah. But yeah,
I guess,
overall
yeah.
solid year, and yeah, thanks guys for
thank you,
tuning in
thank
and
you,
listening, and
Yeah.
Thank you.
If you want to support us a little more financially, check out our swag shop, dirtnerdsoffroad.com. T-shirts, stickers, hats, all that good shit. If you know people who would like to sponsor the show at all and want to get their product out there, have them reach out. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Check us out on all the social media everywhere, and we'll see you next time.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Futures Past.